You say that? Where did we say that?
I read the Bible.
But where did we say you haven't read the Bible?
I read the Bible, analyzed the Bible. I know about the Bible.
What's your nationality, brother?
I am. What you mean nationality? You mean nationality?
What nation are you from? What nation?
You talking about?
Let me ask you. Let me. What nation do you believe you're from in accordance with the Bible?
Bro, I'm mixed.
You're mixed?
I'm mixed. I am Puerto Rican.
What is mixed in the Bible? Show me that.
No. You go ahead, show me.
What is your? So how does one determine what nation they're from according to the Bible?
That's the thing. What is your nation?
You said, hold on. Do you answer a question? Do you answer a question with a question?
No.
All right. So let's have a grown-up conversation. According to the Bible, how do you tell what nation you're from?
Your father.
Your father, by the seed.
Dude, I'm not dumb.
But
I know this.
I'm not accusing you of being dumb. Let's leave the emotions to the side. By your seed of your father, right?
Yeah.
What is your father? Is your father mixed?
Listen, this is what I'm breaking down. I am Puerto Rican.
What tribe are you from, brother?
I know, I got you.
Your tribe?
Yeah. Yes, Papa, I know. But I'm saying this because I'm mixed, very, very mixed. I am Puerto Rican. My mother looks black. I am African descending. My dad, he's Indian. So there's a whole bunch of things that is going on.
Brother.
You understand what I'm saying?
Brother.
So
if you know your nationality, you wouldn't be telling me mixed.
Right.
My father is Puerto Rican.
So that would make you what?
Yeah, you tell me, what am I?
So you don't know.
No, I do know, but you tell me.
You said you're mixed.
You tell me. What am I?
You just told me you know the Bible, and when I asked you how do you know what nation you from, you said according to your father.
Listen, according
And
to
that's
your father.
and because you said mixed, I was asking you, is your father mixed? Because you said you're mixed.
Yeah. Who's not
But
mixed?
you just said your
Who's
father.
not?
Your father is
Who's not
Puerto.
mixed?
There's no such thing as mixed.
That's right.
Your father is a so-called Puerto Rican.
Right.
So that makes you a so-called Puerto Rican.
Right.
Okay.
Period. Doesn't matter what your mother is. Your mother
Right.
could have been a white woman. It
Right.
doesn't matter. It's by the seed of your father.
Right.
But do you know that people who are Puerto Rico are not even Puerto Rican?
What do you mean? Right, they're right here. It's on the sign.
So,
Puerto Rico just means a rich port where ships dock.
Right.
where a whole bunch of races came and mingled and did whatever they did.
Who were the original inhabitants of those lands
Taínos.
in Puerto Rico?
Taíno.
Exactly.
What does Taíno mean?
It's an Indio.
What's that?
It's an Indio. A Taíno is an Indian. It's an Indian. It's an Indio.
Okay. What does Indian mean? What does Indian mean, brother?
It's a tribe.
Indian is a
It's a tribe.
Indian means savage.
Right.
Right. There's no savage people that were in that land. There were Hebrew-speaking people.
Right.
All right. Yes, in
Right.
Puerto Rico. You know what Boricua comes from?
The Jibaros.
I'm gonna tell you.
Jibaro. Do you know what? Do you know what?
2024, you still got savages roaming the earth, and you telling me back then there wasn't no savages?
Your forefathers were savages?
Listen, no, I'm not talking about my forefathers.
They didn't call themselves
I'm not talking about
Indian.
forefathers. I'm
They
talking
didn't
about-
call themselves
listen,
Indians.
I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about Puerto Rican people.
Yep.
Listen, 2024, we still got savages out here. Back in the days, there was still
I
savages.
think we're talking about two
All right.
totally different things. I'm talking about your forefathers that were inhabitants of that land. You said the Taínos, right?
Yes,
Were they savage? You said Indians.
Aborigines or whatever they were called. You know,
They were Hebrews, Jibaros.
That's right.
You got it?
That's
Right.
right.
Yeah.
Where does that come from?
I know.
What you keep saying you know, but give me the answer. Where does that come from?
The Hebrew Israelites.
Right.
Right. So that is your nationality,
Why
my
you-
brother. Why did it take so long for you to do that? You have to be confident in what you know.
I know that. I know
But
that.
why didn't you just say that from the
Because you
beginning?
gotta understand
You don't
this,
like
you
it.
understand
What
this.
am I not understanding? Explain it to me,
All right,
brother.
you understand. I can say that I'm a Hebrew Israelite.
Yes?
Right? But if I tell my family that I am a Hebrew Israelite,
Yep.
what am I going against?
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't
If
matter
you're
to
true
you,
now-
it doesn't matter to you because you're not gonna go.
Brother,
there.
I was once in the world too. I'm the only person in my family that knows I'm an Israelite.
Right.
So I don't know what you're talking
Bring
about.
it out,
all
man.
of us up here.
What
You
you
think we
talking
all
about?
got a bunch of people in our families that are Israelites? No.
Right.
You give them bits and pieces. You give them milk. You don't give them meat. So I don't know where you're going with that, but what I'm saying is if you believe that you're an Israelite, be proud of that.
That's right.
When I ask you your nationality, you know that your nationality comes from your father.
What is your father?
You're an Israelite.
What is your
Right.
father?
What do you mean?
What is your father? He's Hebrew Israelite? No?
Yes.
Obviously, because
One of the tribes, yes.
Would that be it?
One of the
Buddha.
it's one of the
Alright.
tribes.
Alright.
One of the tribes.
Your mother,
One of the tribes.
she was also a Dutch person.
It doesn't matter the skin tone. Skin tone doesn't matter.
Right.
Don't matter.
Skin tone does not matter.
That's right.
All right. No, I mean,
Bob Marley is not one of these people.
That's right.
so skin tone don't matter.
Skin tone does not matter. No.
Doesn't matter.
You ever heard of Blake Griffin, the NBA player?
Right.
Yeah.
His son looks like a straight up white child.
Right.
So if he has kids and they all come out like that, they'd all look like white folks, but they're not white.
So skin tone don't matter.
Skin
That's
tone
right.
does not matter.
Blake Griffin is an Israelite, right?
Because we're mixed, that's why skin tone don't matter? Or is it-
When you say mix, there's no mix. You have one seed. There's no such thing as a mixed seed, okay? If I take an American apple seed and I plant it in Japanese soil, what's gonna grow in that Japanese soil? An American apple
That's
tree.
right.
You understand what I'm saying, brother?
I know what
It may
you're
have
saying.
different color leaves, it may look
Right.
a little different, but it is still an American apple
I know
seed.
what
That's
That
right.
makes sense? So we're not out here to combat our brothers, but we gotta deal. You're familiar with the knowledge. Stand proud and confident in that, my brother.
I know that, bro. I'm not trying to. You don't understand. I'm not trying to go against you, my guy. It's not-
Now, respect to this brother here. You had your hand up. You was gonna say?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask about some of the tribes,
Yes.
but I saw that Puerto Ricans are from the tribe of Ephraim.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
That's what we believe. Now, I will say this, right, for the record. These are markers,
Okay.
okay, as identity. Every Negro that was born in America is not necessarily a Judite,
Right.
all right? But these are markers. It's going to give you a general idea of the tribe of these people.
Right.
You got Gad, the so-called Native Americans, right?
Uh-huh.
They might have been born in the islands. We don't know. Matter of fact, I'll tell you this. A lot of the Negroes in America were actually Gadites.
Right.
They're not Judites. Because they paint the Native American Indians as looking like white folks with long stringy hair. That's not a representation of the original peoples here. You go to the Olmecs, you look at their statues, they have phenotypes and features of Negroes. But you go on TV, like what's one of the famous Indian movies? Any Indian movie, especially
The Reverend, with Leonardo DiCaprio.
when you look at the old country, the Western, the old Westerns. They have a Django, right? You have a stereotypical look of what Indians look like. That's not an accurate depiction. But again, they're trying to steer us away from the truth. So when we come out here, we try to bring back the truth as much as possible. So now truth does matter when people do this now. This is when truth matters. I'm sorry, not truth. This is when color matters.
Now it matters.
I'm gonna show you. I'm
Now it matters.
gonna tell you why. You want me to
Now it
explain?
matters.
You want me to explain it to you?
Why does it matter now?
I'm gonna explain it to you. Do you want me to explain it to you, my brother?
Go ahead.
Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
Also, if you know about in Africa, the Limba tribe, they still live in Africa, most of them. We all come from Africa. We migrated over here, but the Limba tribe is believed to be majority of the tribe of Ephraim, and they still live in Africa. Just a bunch of, they just happen to still be mostly dark skinned because they didn't, get assimilated. But there's a lot of Limba tribe. He said he has African descent. That's where we come from. They still live in Africa. They believe to be the tribe of Ephraim also still.
My mother, my grandmother, they all look, they're not, they're from Africa.
Right.
You know what I mean?
They didn't. I mean, it's I don't know. But we come from Africa, all of us, or not?
Africa is a landmass.
Right.
That's what Africa is. It's one huge continent.
Africa was named after
Jerusalem,
Africans
where we
that
come
came
from,
over there and named it.
that's
Not even-
northeast
it's not even called
Africa. You know what I mean? So
There's-
Africa just means it's just a landmass.
Yeah,
Right.
When we hear Africa, we automatically think of this like.
So who got there
of-
named it African, was named Africanos, they named it Africa.
Yeah.
When we think of
That's not
Africa,
even-
right?
That's not even correct.
We have a certain understanding.
Africa's named Africa, my guy?
Brother, just one at a time, my brother. You're gonna get your point off. Brother asked a question, right? When you think of Africa, it's a landmass opposed to just what people say it is. You know what I mean? Africa right now has over 50 different countries. They don't call themselves Africans. They'll say Africans because they came from that continent, And as we're speaking right now, you have some African brothers right there. Okay? What part of Africa?
Brothers!
Ghana. Okay? There you go.
Hell
Right.
yeah.
So now they from Africa, but you notice they didn't say they're from Africa. They said they're from Ghana.
Right.
You know what I mean? So everybody has an identity, even though they're all on one landmass. You get what I'm saying?
Same like in Egypt, same way. Egypt is in Africa, right?
Yes, yeah.
So it's all like people don't say I'm African, they say I'm Egyptian.
Right.
It's within the same. People don't say I'm from Springfield, I'm from Mass.
Right.
I mean,
Similar.
Something along those lines.
Right. Like people from United Emirates or people from Arabia. They say they're Arabs. They're not gonna say, oh, they're from this part or that. They have their identity. Right. A lot of people, they think all the people of Africa are all just Africans. They don't have their individual identity. They do. So when they tell us over here, the American Negroes, Latinos, they say we're from Africa. Yes, but we're from a specific part of Africa, Jerusalem.
Okay.
That's why our forefathers were speaking Hebrew when they came off those slave ships. There's plenty of articles and books that talk about that. Lost Tribes, Promised Lands. James Adair, the account of the Native Americans, he wrote of the people that were in these islands in India and the Americas, how they were speaking Hebrew, and they had biblical customs that they kept, right? Because they came from a specific part of Africa. So yes, we are Africans, but we have our specific geographical location we came from, which is Jerusalem, the city of peace. All right. So now you were saying something, brother. I don't want to be rude. You got to head up out of here. So,
Tell me what's up with that.
all right. So
color.
the reason why I said that color matters when it comes to this is because somebody changed the way Christ looked, changed his color. You get what I'm saying?
Just this color?
Yeah. Everything about his makeup. Well, I mean, his color is most important because that's how we identify people.
Did he change his teaching?
No.
They didn't change his teaching?
Well, they didn't teach his teachings.
They didn't teach his teaching.
They started giving you all types of other doctrines. Like, color doesn't matter. That's a doctrine, that teaching that they claim that Christ teaches. No, he doesn't. Christ taught truth. But what I'm saying to you is...
that's a peaceful God.
Him?
Yeah.
This is a peaceful God.
No, I'm not trying to tell you, I know. What I'm trying to tell you, anybody would see. Anybody would walk around here. If they see that image, what would they think?
White people.
What would they think? Peace.
You think white people are peaceful.
Yeah.
Right, it's
So-
deception.
I mean,
Right,
So-
it's deception. So what you're saying is, if you see this person walking down the street right now, you're going to think it's a peaceful person.
of course.
Oh, that's a devil in disguise, my man.
No,
That's a wolf in
that's
sheep's
because-
clothing.
I'm trying to tell you because people generally judge first perception. Like if they see me right now and they walk, like if I walk down the street with baggy pants and a freaking hat and I'm walking like this, they're gonna assume, oh, this guy's a hustler, this guy's a gangster. This
Why
guy's
is
a-
that?
and I might not
Why
be
is
like
that? Why
And
is
I might
that
not
though?
be like that.
Who
And if
created
somebody-
that?
The stereotype.
The
Right, who
stereotypes.
created
That's
that
what I'm
though?
trying to-
That's a problem. Who created that? The powers that be. The same people that changed this image to what this is and what you just said. He looks peaceful, but if they see you look like you're violent. That's psychological programming, my brother. You have to undo that because the people that look like this are actually the thugs and the gangsters of the planet. They're the ones that raped, robbed, and murdered your forefathers. People that look just like this. So that's the problem that we have. What you just described is a deep psychological and spiritual problem we have to undo. Go ahead. But you're familiar with what Christ looked like in the Bible, right?
Trust me, I know.
What did he look like?
So eyes of flame of fire, woody hair,
And
you know.
feet like.
I know what.
There you go.
You're not, with all due respect, I'm not gonna assume I know more than you because I'm a humble person that would be saying, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say I know more than you, but I know what I have to.
Brother, you can toot your horn as you want. I would still respect it.
What happened?
You can toot your horn. There's a saying, you can toot your horn, meaning, you know,
Can boast.
you can boast if you like.
No, I don't. That's the
No,
thing,
but
I
you
don't.
keep-
because nobody knows everything.
Right. But you
understand?
keep,
the day you believe that you know everything,
yeah.
you're stepping over the.
But you
line.
keep
So,
making
I
a
don't know
reference
everything.
about, I think that you don't know anything. I never once said that.
Oh, okay,
So there's no
yeah.
need to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I apologize.
I'm not judging you, brother. I'm not claiming that I know more than you. We having a conversation, you know what I mean? You just making a point, brother. You gotta get up out of here.
What you say there is a really good people about the.
People see what they want to see, you know. Have a good day, okay?
You too, brother.
Take care. All
Come
right?
out next
You know,
Saturday
You know, I don't disagree with that. Honestly, I don't
at
disagree.
noon, next
But
Saturday.
It's a confused world out here.
Yeah. We gotta unconfuse people.
All right.
All right,
Take
peace,
care.
brother.
It's interesting how it's this political system, the government, and all these new era religions that the Spaniards started imposing us, and how they changed the image of Jesus. He was black. Jesus was black because he was a carpenter.
Right.
And not because he was a carpenter, but even if he was white, he must have looked fucking burned. Because he was hot as hell. How can a carpenter that works in those conditions look
Right.
like that? So,
That's an incredible point.
So
That's a good point.
Not only is basically cultural appropriation, but it's
Yes.
suppression of power.
Right.
Because we know that knowledge is power.
That's right.
The more power that they take away from us, the more control they have. They want to have us in fear. Why do they want to have us in fear? Because they know that people that are in fear, vibrations and frequencies are real. God said, I mean, I don't know too much about the Bible, but I know that the Bible says that there's power in the word. So words have power.
Yeah.
I am.
In John, yeah.
John
and Hebrews, yeah. Go ahead.
And it's like this whole structure that was created around these religions were made to suppress all this information that's culturally and historically just accurate. It makes sense. There's evidence of all this stuff. There's over 3,000 religions across the whole planet. Everyone,
Crazy.
every one of them got lost. The original teachings got lost with translation, with all this stuff that came in, and that's when this whole monopolization of the religious infrastructure became a whole monopoly.
Right.
Now it's one of the top leading financial institutions.
Yes.
In the Bible says, I don't know too much about the Bible, but I know there's a verse that says that you do not pay the preacher, something like that, 10% to the
Tithes, the tenth.
something like that. I don't. But the thing is, going by that logic, it's like, okay, why are all these Catholic churches, why are all these big religious institutions getting so much money from people, and where is that money going? Because it's not going to restructuring more churches or nothing like that. It's a whole business.
It is.
And it's sad.
Tax exempt.
It's sad because there's people that are being suppressed by their power. Look at that.
Yep.
These people look purposeless.
Yep.
They look, so it's sad. It sounds sad. But when people do not know the truth, they will believe everything that they are fed.
Right.
So if they don't have a base, they're gonna get anything they can that makes them get goosebumps. Oh, it's the Holy Spirit. I'm feeling the presence of God within them, and it's just because this preacher was screaming and making them feel certain emotions. Now, there is power, but no man has. No, yes. I may be wrong in this one. I know we have power, but I don't think we have these. You know, I was gonna say something that didn't make sense. because as I'm thinking, it makes sense. It just makes sense, and you see it. So
Knowledge is power. So
this depiction of Jesus
Yeah.
I heard that it was drawn by a Spaniard for the Catholic. I don't know if it was for the Catholic Church, but it was a depiction of Jesus by a Spaniard.
Yeah.
So the Catholic Church didn't want to accept that Jesus was black. They didn't want to put that image out there because there was so much racism going on that they had to replace their whole image.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, man. It's fucking crazy.
But it's beautiful that you're familiar with knowledge, and you separate yourself from the entrapment of religion, because it's satanic.
Yeah.
It's satanic.
It's opposing. So, what do you guys think about the Anunnaki and all these things?
We don't dive into that. I believe, what book does that come from? Jasher?
I don't think the Anunnaki's in there.
These are cursed subjects.
Yeah, we don't. Book of Enoch.
The Anunnaki, I don't
Yeah,
think
we
it's
don't.
in those.
Yeah, we don't deal with those readings. Yeah, we don't deal with that. Yeah.
And
The Anunnaki is like aliens came down and made the pyramids and stuff like that.
Yeah.
it's
We keep it. Our foundation is the 66 plus the books that were removed.
okay.
The Apocrypha, the King James Version Apocrypha. We keep it within those parameters.
Okay.
Because when you start going into extra biblical texts, sometimes it doesn't coincide with
Of course, yeah.
these books. So we're not biased with the information. Some of us study it and read it, but we don't teach it. Or do we believe
Yeah, because
a lot of it?
Because some people, it's always good to acquire all the knowledge that you
Absolutely.
can get, but some people are not. They get confused.
Yeah.
So, about certain topics.
It can be, because I tell you right now, in the book of, I want to say the book of Enoch or the book of Jasher, it talks about Moses had the children of Israel under the earth in a bubble of water. So it goes into some crazy. It goes crazy with it.
Really deep stuff.
Yeah.
And
I don't think it's expedient for us
yeah.
in 2024.
Yeah. It's
Keep it basic.
And it's like the Bible said that in a way that there was a whole dome on top of the earth and stuff like that.
The firmament and stuff like that.
Yeah, the firmament. But people kept misunderstanding it, and they didn't. I mean, I don't know if they misunderstood it, because I actually don't know how it is, because I'm just a human. I can't reach the fourth dimension, fifth dimension.
Yeah.
I can't reach those other planes. But I feel like they didn't mean so when this is the way I understand it. I may be wrong.
Shalom.
I may be wrong. So this is the way I understand it.